All right. It's time for our third and final game of today's corporate greed Icyfar, where players needed to get 100 workers each. Now, some of you would recognize this name right here, because it's the name of somebody who sees the game unlike many others. If there was a player who I would say is pretty much a Zerg Hass, it's this man right here. He's the man who is a big fan of One-Base Broodlord, who does some of the most random shit you've ever seen and you've never thought of. He's an absolute sicko, and his name is Steven. Up here in the top left, in the blue, the Terran, it's Marine King. Marine Prime. A fan of Marine King, no doubt. We are going to see a proxy hatch. Steven keeps thinking about it and then not going for it. What's he... So is he... What? Okay, so he is going to go for it. And he goes for it! Marine Prime's like, whoa! What is this? Alright, so he's going for it. Captain Dickhead, I thought at first. But it turns out it's not Captain Dickhead. It's Captain Proxy Hatch. Nice little bubbly lumps coming up here. My lovely Zergy lumps. My humps. My lovely Zergy humps. And this here, I believe, is a distraction. Because Steven, behind it, taking a hatch as well. It's 3 hatch before pool, but he hides it at his third base. The absolute sick puppy. Marine Prime, panicking, says, shit, you're going to build roaches out of here, aren't you? His opponent hasn't even started the spawning pool, and here he is wasting his resources on a bunker. Steven's plan working perfectly. His drone comes down, but that drilly boy says, get fucked, mate. You think you can fight me? His friend says, you killed my friend Dennis. I'll fucking get you, mate. I'll get you. The SCV says, nah, man. Nah. Gets out of there. But a 4th hatchery goes out. 4 hatch before pool. Steven. A 5th drone on the way. Oh, he's going to get revenge. And that drilly boy does go down. You do not kill a drone without his friends coming. Oh, no. Are we going to see 5 hatch before? It's a distraction. Marine, you didn't scout. There's no spawning pool. Stop panicking. There's a 5th hatchery. Losing that scout for Marine Prime is absolutely disastrous. It's a 5th goddamn hatchery on the way, and all Steven's planning to do is build more and more workers. He says, you guys sacrifice yourself for the greater cause. This here is all his plan to disrupt his opponent's economy. He says, I'm coming into the industry. Terrans have mules. Terrans have awesome wall-offs to secure their fast economy. They've got siege tanks on the high ground. How can I compete with the established industry of the Terrans? He says, you know what? We're going to pretend we created this new product. We're going to put out a false advertising campaign. It's called Proxy Hatch in your natural. They do an advertising campaign, they pretend it's the new product, and Terrans suddenly completely change their entire strategy to try and compete with what they think is a new product on the market that's there to fuck with their business. Little do they know it was all a fake investment, specifically forcing their resources to be diverted into a shitty bunker, a shitty siege tank, and some unupgraded Marines. Meanwhile, Steven taking his business in a completely different direction. It's the bait and switch. 6 hatch before pool. That's right, motherfuckers. One of them was a distraction. 5 hatcheries behind it. A spawning pool still has not started at the 4-minute mark of this game. Steven, you absolute demented madman. I fucking love it, you sick puppy. Oh, giving us some beautiful, beautiful strategies. And his opponent's being sold on it. Sitting in his Terran corner of the map saying, where's the next wave of bullshit? I better be safe. Siege me tank on the high ground. I'll carefully take me natural expansion. Got to be careful. Meanwhile, Steven, laughing his way to the bank, starts a 7th hatchery before spawning pool. For those of you who don't know, this is Master League play. This is like, what's your ladder rank right now, Steven? If I know you're there in chat, please tell us. This is glorious. 7 hatch before pool. What the fuck are we seeing right now? Marine Prime has bought the story that is being told here by Steven, and Steven only now goes for that 4-minute and 10-second spawning pool and gas. 53 workers before, oh my god, up to 53 workers, and even more are going to be coming out. The economy is off the chain here for Steven, and he's, no, stop it. Stop it, you sick bastard. What are you doing? No, that's disgusting. Stop it! This was a 4.9k, so that's Masters 1, right? Masters 2, Masters 1, somewhere around that range. Steven! Link speed starts up, 5 queens at a time. This is disgusting. For those of you who, by the way, we got into this game so quickly. If you want to get your replays featured, the show is I cast your freaking awesome replays, or in this case, fucking disgusting replays. The challenge for next week is extremely inefficient weapon. Best your opponent in the least efficient way possible. Send in your replays where you are just grossly inefficient in one way or another. Be as creative and unique with that as you like. We always have people bending the rules, being a bit of a weirdo, and changing things up as much as possible. So show us what you got. Meanwhile, that's a 2-1-1, guys. Holy shit, that's 16 Marines and 2 medevacs. He has no units. He's got 6 queens and 70 drones. Holy fuck. That's 16 stim Marines. What the fuck do you even do as Steven? Oh, wait. You can lose 4 bases and still be 3 bases up on your opponent because you've got 8 goddamn fucking bases. This is absolutely insane. A queen goes down, a few drones go down. Marine Prime, this is his first vision of this. He thinks he's getting insane damage right now. Little does he realize the sheer depth of the base that he's thrusting into right now. He thinks he's going into maybe a shallow mine shaft of Zerg, but... Oh god, once again, corporate greed, not caring about the lives of their workers, drones being pulled off the line, the medevac support goes down, only 1 of them remaining, and 7 Marines get out of there. They say, I think it was worth it though. We did just kill 22 workers. Like, surely, I think we should be even on workers, maybe slightly ahead right now. But Marine Prime doesn't realize about that base. Doesn't realize about that base, or the fact that there's still 67 workers out for Steven, who now has Ling speed. Oh, the queens are coming over. Look at that, he's sneaking under the medevac. He's sneaking under it before he starts attacking, but Marine Prime notices it and gets out of there. He will not be tricked. He says, I can keep these Marines alive, and you know what? Maybe to keep my economy lead, I'll start a 3rd command center at the 7-minute mark. Not realizing that Steven's 7th hatchery started at the 4-minute mark. These Marines get surrounded while he's not looking. The medevac, she's like, oh, I'll pick you guys up. And their corpses are just kind of looking at her. She's like, hop in the medevac, guys. And it's like, no. When their limbs are separated from their body, they're dead. You probably should have picked them up before they got surrounded and murdered. But once again, a medevac not doing her job. Let's be real. I feel like the medevac pilots that aren't in pro games are a little bit more negligent. A little bit more negligent. I know that's definitely the case in my games. The medevacs aren't quite the same. We've got Baneling speed on the way. Casual 80 workers behind this. Now, Steven never made it to 100 workers. Had to pull those 22 drones. But there is a big attack coming, and Steven, for now, is focused on defending this. I like this. Marine Prime's like, I've got to stop this 3rd base. That's not the 3rd base. Marine Prime. Once again, fist pump says, got a base. Didn't even put up a fight. I think I'm winning the video game. Marine Prime, you have no idea. You have no idea of what you're going into. He's going to start moving deeper on... Oh, no, you don't go in there. That's a Zerg area. Don't go in there. Marine Prime. Oh, my God. Headbutting onto creep. Oh, my God. Lings, Banes, Queens, and even a few juicy Banelings in that Overlord. Oh, my God. The tanks, the Queens getting them. The Baneling drop. The Baneling drop. Whoa! Right in the middle of the Marines. Instant rewind. Instant rewind. I need to watch that again because that was too good. Sorry, guys. I fucked up my scene. We need to watch that again. I normally don't instant rewind, and I didn't have my hotkey ready. Watch this, Overlord. This is the best thing I've seen. The Stim Marines run forward, and Banelings drop into their juicy center. Holy shit. There we go. Oh my god, that push just got taken to Cucktown. Yeah, I don't know if you guys... I don't know if Marine Prime realized. Maybe was looking for some regular adult entertainment. Ended up in the corner where it's, you know, the cuckold corner of the internet there. Not exactly what he was looking for. His army just went to Dicktown, whether he wanted to or not, and not a good place to be. Casually at home, Steven says, I think I need more workers. Goes up to 98 drones. still has, fully saturated, Marine Prime's like, I wonder if he has a 4th base up. Looks like he does. Still doesn't know about that one. Another hatchery going there, another hatchery going there. Steven wanting to drown his opponent in workers in economy. Another 4 workers coming out. That's it. 100 workers are out. A drop on the left, though. Steven's not going to be able to hang on to this worker count for long. Drones in the open. Marines starting to find these worker lines. And I think Marine Prime starting to dawn upon the Terran is the fact that this Zerg might be a disgusting, greedy piece of shit. I feel like at this point, you realize you're not actually playing against a human Zerg player. You're playing against a literal turd in a beret that just builds drones for 7 minutes and doesn't care how many you kill because there's another 400 to replace the 400 you just killed. This is literally Steven at his best. Disgusting. Marines, Metamax are going to get overwhelmed there. And up here on the top side, Marines like, it's cool, we took out another base. Does he realize, though, that there's creep there? And yes, that means there's another base just above you, buddy. Marine Prime struggling to keep the Zerg in check, not realizing that it's like stabbing an obese person with a tiny little pin. It's like, you might draw a single drop of blood, but really, is that affecting the overall mass of the... Are you? It's like taking your little finger and poking Jabber in the cheek and going, I gotcha. It's not fucking doing anything right now. I don't think Steven even feels pain. Each time a hatchery goes down, it's the equivalent of getting, like, play punched by your friend. He just does not give a fuck. He's going for mass Ling Bane drops right now. I think that really reveals just the level of fucks that are given by Steven. And that level is 0. But he could be in trouble. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. An entire army gets caught there by the Stim Marines. I love that. You know, great flight planning there from Steven. Looks like they let a Malaysia Airlines pilot that one or some shit. Like, that was fucking terrible. I was just like, let's just go straight through the middle of the map against a Bio-Terran. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Steven giving a lot of respect to his opponent. Disgusting, disgusting way of drowning out his opponent. This is gross. This is gross. Stop it, Steven. Stop it. You're terrible human. You're terrible human. Terrans, shut your eyes. You're about to see repair too late and a missile turret go down. This is disgusting. Muta's coming in. Marines taking damage. Muta's going to fly on into that main base. They're going to fly on into the main and get even more kills. Right now, this Terran is trapped between a Mutalisk and a hard place. The Mutas do decide to fight a pack of Stim Marines. Not advisable. That's a lot like trying to pick a fight with a UFC fighter in a bar. It's generally not a good idea. The Banelings are going to take these Marines to Dicktown. There's more Banelings than there are Marines. Marine Prime is kind of at that moment right now where I feel like he's caught in a rip current. He's gone to the beach and he's just getting pulled out by the waves and he's furiously swimming against them. But what he doesn't realize is I think the only way is to swim with the waves in this game. I think what you got to do, just like getting out of a rip current in real life, is type GG and just give up, because seriously, I think you're fucked. Banelings and Lings roll in, Mutas come in, and Marine Prime desperately fighting. Maybe he can hang on. Let's not underestimate Steven's ability to throw a game, guys. Remember, Steven plays from Australia with about 400 ping on average. I'm not exaggerating. His ability to micro is, let's just say, not the highest. He's got a little bit of a ping handicap, which has heavily influenced his style of doing insane random shit his opponents don't know how to react to. He's still got these hatcheries in the bottom left. He's at 90 drones still. I'm not sure if they're all mining effectively, though. Let's take a look. Where are those drones right now, actually? I feel like... Oh, 23 there, 14 there, a few there. Muta's still being dickheads. A half-hearted attack of Marines and tanks. At this point, we are seeing the dregs of a Terran who has been so terribly tricked in the early game, so horribly sold on his opponent's commitment to that proxy hatchery, that he is finding himself in a terrible scenario. These Mutalisks, apparently not enjoying life that much anymore, do decide to sacrifice themselves. They get one more SCV! Nope. And about 400 Lings, Banes, a Great Aspire on the way. Where are the rest of these workers? A few too many there, but overall a pretty sick economy. And this tiny little Terran force moving its way down the left-hand side of the map. 14 Zerglings for each Marine. Let's see who wins this fight. I'm going to take a guess and say Terran goes... Yep. Smells like gooch. Tastes like ballsack. That's right. Marine Prime is in Dicktown. and it's a terrible place to be. Unless you've chosen to go there. There are some people who don't mind that flavor, but really, I think when you're trying to kill a Zerg opponent, it's the last place you want to go. Baneling's rolling in right now. Ling's coming in. Some Overlord drops as well. Hot damn. Endless Zerg. I do like that single Marine taking a whole bunch of hits for the team. But here we go. Banelings and Queens both going to drop on top of these Marines. And nice bit of teamwork there from Steven's units. Lings on the top side ravaged the worker line. Marine Prime has been tricked. He's been bamboozled. He's been rickety wrecked. And that's going to be that. This was a beautiful opening. So I believe it was 7 hatcheries before spawning pool, and then an 8th and a 9th hatchery went down soon afterwards. Make sure you write this build down in your books at home, guys. Try it out at home. And Marine Prime, no doubt, was like, what the shit just happened? Is Zerg just broken? I wonder if he opened the replay, because I feel like you open that replay and your eyes just get wider and wider, and at some point you realize your opponent's such a douchebag who's relying on you not doing any counter pressure for the first 5 minutes that like a vein starts throbbing in your forehead, and you're like, really? Really? He defended my 2-on-1 with drones? And you're not a happy camper. You're not a happy camper. GG, well played though. That was a fantastic mind game there out of Steven to round out today's iCast, your freaking awesome replays. Corporate greed at its best there. Steven showing some fantastic disruption of the Terran market. GG, well played.